What's up, gamers? Saylas here, and today I'm starting the first of hopefully many Risk of Rain 2 playthroughs. This is my first attempt, a real attempt at commentating, so we'll just see how it goes and we'll get into it. We're gonna be playing on Monsoon difficulty because your boy likes a challenge. Although, I mean, it's not really a challenge if I get lucky, but we'll see. My RNG's been pretty shit today, so we'll see. Uh, Honestly, I'm really glad this is Titanic Lanes because I've actually I hate the other map. It's so just boring and lackluster, and I don't even like the way it looks compared to the others, I guess you could say it. But it's definitely not my least favorite map either, because the fire map or flame map or whatever you want to call it, because apparently I just don't use real names here. That one's kind of, it's rough, especially when there's a magma worm or like an overloading worm, because it makes it really hard to see. Ooh, attack speed in the terminal or armor piercing? Always attack speed. I hate when I go to buy a certain item and then I accidentally click the wrong one. It's like, ugh, I played myself, but luckily that's not what happened there, because I would be really sad if I passed up an attack syringe or soldier syringe, because attack speed is so good. Okay, teleporting over there. I was reading on the Discord, and everyone wants like a permanent ping system where like if you ping something it stays there the entire time. It'd be really helpful. I mean, it's not even like giving players an advantage or anything. It's just a good quality of life change. You feel me? Because I mean, I don't know how many times I've run around a map, say mid-game, where I'm zooming through and just looting and killing. I ping the teleporter, and then I go on and keep looting and killing, but then I just sort of forget where the teleporter is, and then I have to find myself searching all over again. Now, a lot of that falls on the fault of the player, but it's not like it gives anyone an advantage. This isn't a competitive game, right? So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is the closest character we have to a sniper, and I really like sniper playstyles. Like, I've never played Risk of Rain 2, so I won't preach how good the sniper was in the last Risk of Rain, but I've heard good things about the character. And with a certain build on Mult-T, you very much, really, 2 times, nothing? You basically can't be the sniper. Driving around. I don't know how that actually hit him, but I'll take it. Dodge these lasers. Word of advice. Jumping is really useful for dodging their shots. See how that wisp missed me and the stone golem even though I was right in front of his face? The sporadic movement actually makes it a lot harder for them to target you, even though there's semi-hit scan lasers, right? It's really useful. It's really useful. Of course, the only laser you can't avoid is the Stone Titan, but that's a given. That would be kind of broken if you could just avoid all of the Stone Titan's attacks, but so be it, so be it. So I saw those 2 healing drones. Don't worry, I saw them, but I don't know if I'll go back for them. I ain't fretting over it, you know what I mean? The goal is to not take any damage, but we'll see how that goes. So there was a recent update with the Mult-T, which I'm surprised they did this because it sort of makes him more broken. But if you get 2 of the same equipment, and you put them on your different hot sauce or whatever, they have separate charges. Meaning, essentially, if say I got 2 Prion Acclim, however you pronounce it, I don't know, I would have essentially 2 charges on it, and if I get a fuel cell, that's 4, and then more. It's insane. I had a run where I had the legendary that refunds your equipment cooldown if you get kills, right? And I had 2 rocket launchers, and so all I did, there's literally nothing, dude. All I did for that run was run around and use my rocket launchers, and it was insane. It was insane. And that was like a fun run. A fun run. Now, the rockets, they don't do that much damage late game. I'm fairly certain they scale with your damage, but that wasn't what my build was by any means, so my damage didn't really go anywhere. Wow, we really only have like 3 items. This is great. This is great. Yeah, this is great. Ah. Hopefully this bursts. We'll activate this, and then I really like this item or equipment item because it just, the crit is so nice early game. Now it's really easy. It's really easy to get 100% crit. So once I do, I'll probably get rid of it. But for the time being, I'm gonna keep it because it's a really good spike in damage, especially on Mul-T, who attacks as fast as lightning. So, wow. I think there's a chest over there. I'm gonna go get that because this whole 4-item thing isn't really cutting it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to move on with such little items because I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It's always a bit slow charging the teleporter when the boss is dead. There's a lot of waiting and just chilling and stuff like that, but whatever. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It's still a good game. So yeah, I'm just killing these. Gonna head over to that chest. Shoot, where was that chest? Oh, it's all the way over there. It's gonna be such a I hope that's a chest because it very much could just be a turret, and then look at, lo and behold, I wasted my time. Getting shot by that elite just reminded me of something. I'm so glad they updated Wake of Vultures and, like, you know, bug fixed it, because it is such a good item now. Especially on, oh my god. Okay, no, this run's over. We win. Tesla Coil is arguably the strongest legendary in the game. It's free damage, it attacks everything, and it does a lot of damage. And that's so good for us right now. That's so good for us right now. But anyways, the Wake of Vultures update is so good because now I can take it, and when I kill a lightning elite or like a frozen elite, I don't lose half my health. It's great. I'm gonna activate this Shrine of Combat just so I can get that quick cash. Wait, what? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Oh, why did it spawn over? I'm just gonna use my Brianna. Why did it spawn over there? Whatever. Gotta be very careful with this guy. He can one-shot me 100%. So I just gotta keep kiting him. I would rather him use his melee attacks more than his ranged attacks, because his melee attacks are a lot easier to dodge. So I'm just gonna keep circling him like this and then kill him. Nice. Okay, so the question is, do I want more speed or do I want a backup clip? Because it'll be fun, or it'll be great to have another stun grenade, but I also like movement speed on this game. It feels a lot good that way. So I think I'm gonna go with movement speed early game, because the best way to avoid damage early game is to, well, run. And so the goat hoof will help a lot with that. And I don't need that many stun grenades, and I'll probably get a backup clip soon. I have a love-hate relationship with Rusted Key, man. I don't know. I don't think the item should be in this game. Like, it's such a disappointing item to get, you know what I mean? Because it has no real use, like, on pickup, and it doesn't help you right away. So it's like, why is that even there? And essentially it's like, yeah, here's an item so you can unlock a box that gives you an actual item, but it's like, why couldn't we just get the actual item in the first place, perhaps? But no, now we gotta search for a rusty lockbox that seems to just not ever be anywhere convenient for you. So it's just, I don't know. I don't like the item. I don't like that you have to put in even more effort just to get the same item you would have gotten from opening up a chest. And it's like a waste of gold, but it's whatever. It's not like this game's hard to snowball in by any means. So I ain't complaining about that, or I ain't stressing about it. I am complaining. Let's be honest here. Okay, let's see. So obviously helper's here. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, sticky bombs. Okay, sticky bombs are the best item in the game if you can get, I would say, like over 15 of them. Does that seem fair? Yeah, I think that seems fair. Because once you get like over 15, you just start stacking them. I think I'm gonna pick up, believe it or not, another goat move. I want to go faster than normal. Faster than normal. But yeah, sticky bombs are really good. Because especially, oh my gosh, I just realized, especially on Mult-T, he's one of the fastest, he is the fastest attacking character in the game. And that just means there's more chances to apply a sticky bomb. Oh, and look at that. The synergy begins. Soldier Syringe and Sticky Bomb is one of my favorite combos, that's for sure. I think the first time I found this combo, like by myself, was when I was playing Commando. And I I activated the Shrine of Order, I believe is what it's called. It's that one where you pay a lunar coin and it remixes your run or whatever. I didn't know what it did because I was still learning the game at the time. And it just gave me a bunch of sticky bombs. And then on the next floor, there was like a soldier syringe printer. So, bunch of attack speed, a bunch of sticky bombs. That led for quite the run. I went into the Celestial Portal, still like, you know, figuring stuff out about the game, because I was playing it on release and stuff, because my friends told me about it, and it looked really interesting. So I was still figuring it out, and I went to the Celestial Portal, and I'm like, I just pressed E really quick because I'm impatient. I'm impatient. I don't really like to read stuff like this. I want to get back to my super fun run. And then I just kind of obliterated myself and I unlocked the mercenary, but I didn't want my run to end that soon. Like, such a good run, and I miss it. I miss it dearly, but I've had close to the same effect as that run and other runs, of course, but it's not the same. It's not the same as that first instance of experiencing the joy of everything exploding before your eyes. I won't lie. But it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, it also helped that I had the Primordial Cube, and so I just pulled everything together and everything exploded. It was like AoE heaven, truly. Let's see. See if we can snipe this wisp from across the map. Ah, we hit those. Is there... Yeah. Funny. Those time chests, man. They're good, but, like, I don't think it's worth sacrificing items on the map just so you could get there in 10 minutes. Let's go this that way. See how much my Tesla did before I even started to hit it? It put it at half health. That's insane. Oh, can't even hit that part. Alright, I'm gonna finish scaling this mountain and see if there's anything of value. How much do these chests cost? 240. Think I'll just wait here until I get it? Yeah? Seem fine? Yeah. Might as well come to me. We're good. See if we can... Oh. Keep your distance, keep your distance, keep your distance. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's hope we get something good. Okay, so this is called Runon's Band. It's a pretty good item. It does really good damage. It does. But it alone is like, I would say it's like an A tier in regards to like its overall use. But when it's paired with its counterpart, I forget what it's like exactly called, but it's the Fire Band one. instead of having an 8% chance to proc, which Ruon's Band has, because it doesn't always, or getting more stacks of it doesn't increase the chance that it procs, it just increases the damage. But getting the other counterpart too along with it, oh, we actually found the box, sick. It increases the chance to 16% because I'm gonna credit this one to the YouTuber Wooly, I believe that's what he's called. He discovered this, but or brought it to my knowledge. Essentially, if you have both, the 8% chance stacks together because they always proc at the same time, and brings that number up to 16, and that's really good. That is really good. So hopefully, I can find one of those, because that would be so helpful. Especially on, well, Mult-T, one of the fastest attacking characters. Oh my gosh, this is actually the, like, 3rd rare chest on here. Okay, okay. People sleep on the meat. What was that? Is that a capsule? Yeah, I don't think I want more. People sleep on the meat hook, actually, and it bugs me that they do, because it's really good, especially if you have an AoE setup. Like, I don't want to admit it, but yeah, I do. I have an AoE setup, so this is going to be really good in the long run. It clumps enemies together. The only... ooh, fireworks. The only complaints I have is that it kind of risks pulling stuff to you. Like, you guys know what, the magnetic tears in, Binding of Isaac? Oh, tempting, but not yet. Not yet. And, like, how, like, it pulls enemies towards your shots? And how, like, you could risk pulling the enemies into you? Yeah, that's what the meat hook can do, just not as often. And in fact, it's a lot more useful. Oh god. Fun fact, those... Okay, actually, let me see what the boss is first. But those gasoline things or whatever... Oh, what are they doing? Y'all don't know how sad I am that just happened. I just straight up missed because they decided to... Oh god. Is one coming from... Oh, okay. Okay. I see him. Nah, but kind of sad that they decided to walk inside the thing instead of the other way around, because my Preon accumulator 1000% missed. It's unfortunate. It's my unfortunate. 2 Clay Doomstriders is kind of rough, because once they start, you know, sucking and like healing off of this shit, it's gonna get so annoying. The enemy's not like overpowered in the early game. It's more of a hassle than anything. Oh, did you see that enemy hook? It's pulling everything into them, and that's really good for my setup because I have Will-O-the-Wisp, and so the enemies that are killing right on top of these guys are damaging them with the Will-O-the-Wisp. It's great setup. Okay, it's kind of weird. They're like pulling each other. That's hilarious, and they're like forcing each other to move. Okay. That's a lot of Bandoliers. I literally got all 3 of them this run. Or, not run, but this map. Kinda... It's alright, I guess. I ain't fretting. Instead of... Oh, well, okay. Angles, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna go over to that thing. I'm just gonna move on to the next round. Because the earlier we get to the legendary stage, or, well, the 4th map with the guaranteed legendary on it. Speaking of, there is a guaranteed legendary on this map. Let me show you. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna open capsules, set up fireworks, and hopefully get like the ball rolling. So under this little crevice, like I'll give you like a positioning so you can look. Under this crevice over here, there is always, and I mean always, a legendary. Right there. It's great. And other legendaries obviously can spawn too on this map. So that's just like a little tip. And I haven't really found out if it's actually worth it to wait till you have enough gold for the legendary or not, but I always do, because I like legendaries, and I feel like they heavily impact the game. And oh, if you get the bazooka, the thing that makes every one of your attacks explode, oh my gosh, it's over. It's over. You can't lose. Okay, well that's an exaggeration. You very much can't lose, but you know what I mean. But yeah, as you're figuring out, I'm finding it really hard to use my long range or to use my long range shot on Mult-T effectively because at this given moment my nail gun is just a lot more useful, a lot more useful. And it's sad, but like, or it's not sad, but it sucks. But again, Mult-T would be. I think I would just shoot my Prion. I don't care. Mult-T would just be abysmally strong if he didn't have to. If he had a useful long range attack too. You know what I mean? And it's not bad. It's not, but it's very situational. You need the right setup for it. It's sort of like a one-shot setup. I actually got it once. It consisted of, well, a lot of crowbars. So like every time I shot, I would one-shot. So this multi-terminal makes me sad because the options are quite frankly bad. I mean, the Rose Buckler, it's okay, but I already have one, and so like, I don't really want to waste my chances on getting another one. So I think I'm going to go for the random, because as much as I adore CC in any roguelite, I don't find slows to be that impactful, and I already do have a guaranteed slow with my rune-on span. So I think we're going to hit random and hope for the best. Red Whip. You know, people diss Red Whip a lot, but I think it's a great item for the hit and run playstyle, but that's not exactly what Mult-T is. So, it's unfortunate. I want those sprints, but I'll resist. Okay. So remember my little rant about Rusted Keys? Yeah, good luck finding the box on this map. Trust me when I say it's probably one of the hardest ones aside from Wetland Aspect. Wetland Aspect is just... Is it called Wetland Aspect? I know it's Wetland something. Maybe not Aspect, but I don't know. I don't even like the map. It's the second hardest to find. But, I mean... Whatever. If you're wondering why I'm not looting the boxes, I'm really just going around and killing the enemies because I'm saving up for the legendary chest first because I prefer the guaranteed legendary than a bunch of smaller ones, and then I'll go and get all the other chests. Maybe not everyone just for the sake of time, but you get the picture. So, I forgot the synergy that Bandolier, this item, has with Mult-T, because if you're in your car and you're killing enemies if you're in your car form, that's like what I like to call it, and you kill an enemy and you pick up the packets along the way, you can just keep driving into them. It's very unique, but good wave clear, you know what I mean? Look at this. Permacar. Oh yeah, and especially with my Tesla, that's always damaging too, which always... Ooh, it's pretty good synergy, honestly. It's pretty fun too, except for when you're so fast you can't really control where you're going. That's where it gets a little sus. But I mean, it's manageable. It's manageable, that's for sure. So, right, I can't fit under that one. Okay, let's hope we get something good. Okay, no, this is okay. Luck is on your side. It's a great item, actually. It is a great item. I personally had no idea what it did. And when I first started playing Ursa Rain, I was playing with my friends mostly, and when I asked them like, "Hey, what does this do?" They're like, "Oh, it's good." And I'm like, "What does it do?" And they're like, just know that it's good. I was really confused. I was confused, and I really just wanted an answer. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't get anything, so I was just confused, and then I just waited it out until someone did a little tier list of the items, and they went to explain what each item did and what its value was. So here's how this item works. Essentially, sick. Okay, no, this is a good run. It's a good run. But essentially, the item works in the way that if you don't get a proc off, so like say my sticky bomb doesn't proc on a shot, the clover rerolls it again. It rerolls its chance again. So say there's a 10% chance for... Ooh, great, another one. Say there's a 10% chance for the sticky bomb to apply to a target, and you didn't get that 10% chance. So what the clover does is it rerolls that chance again, so it's another 10% chance to apply to a target. So it's almost not quite, but it's almost. Ooh, is that field capacity? Oh, it was sick. So it's almost like a 20% chance, but not in that sense. Overall, it's a really good item, and it's good for on hits like Sticky Bomb or where is it? The Runon's. Wait, oh, actually, what's his? I can't pronounce that. I'm not gonna try. But yeah, it's really good items for those on hit effect type items. I don't think I still got the slow anyways. Whatever. But it's very useful. Can't believe. I don't know. I slept on the item. Well, I didn't sleep on it. I knew it was good, but I didn't know why it was good. So I just figured I'd relay this knowledge to you guys because I had no idea. So be like that. I think we're done with chest here. I mean, I know there's still some alive and stuff, but like I ain't afraid. So the magma worm. I think I'll pick up all those things. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna shoot this out like this. Hopefully it hits it. If not, it doesn't. Oh, sick. Okay. I want a leech seed. You guys remember when the magma worm was like super annoying because it would always get stuck up in like the highest points of a map, or it would just like always fly straight up and make it really hard to target? I'm really glad the developers added in a different attack style where it stays low to the ground to attack, because the fight was the worst. It was so boring. It was a lot of waiting. You just couldn't do anything for like half the fight. I guess my only complaint with it now is that just like you never know where it's really gonna exit out of, I guess you could say. You don't get any like pre-warning, and it gets especially heinous when the overloading worms kick in, where you get one shot if they come out of the floor and hit you, because then it's just like you just die and you don't get a like second chance. It's rough. Let's see if we can kill this. Hey, oh, it was my. Gotcha. It's a bit disorienting with Mult-T, because you try to use one active and then you realize that it only works on like, you know, one certain side of your, or one weapon style of your choice or whatever. Okay. Another crit goggles. I'll take that. We take those. I want Oppo Feather, man. The items, having the extra jump is so useful, especially on Mult-T, because it feels like his jumps just don't hit the same, like, as you could say. And like characters like the Huntress or Commando, they at least have their rolls to, you know, get up those weird slopes or whatever. Hopefully I remember there's a chest back there. I'm sure I will, but we'll see. I might just get lazy and be like, and forget about it. See, an extra jump would be quite nice to deal with. I don't know what I was planning to do there, but if I would have dashed off the edge, I would have never let myself hear the end of it. Kind of forgot we had the meat hook. Not that I wasn't doing anything, it's just... Oh, hey, we found the lockbox. Nice, okay. I'll go for the bleed. The war banner, it's a good item. It's not horrendously bad, but late game, you barely level up. And so it's just not useful. Now, if it, like, increased your XP, too, like, the XP that you gained or whatever, the item would be pretty sick, but I don't know if that would be OP. You know what I mean? Okay. I didn't want anything anyways. Thanks for the tri-tip dagger. The tri-tip dagger, it's alright. It's alright. Getting more doesn't really increase the amount of damage the bleed does. It just increases the chance for it to proc on it, and it stacks up to a certain limit, I believe. So it's not anything impressive by any means, but it's fine to have. It's more damage, and can't really complain about that one. Oh, okay. So we already have 5 bobs, sticky bombs, and we haven't even ran into a printer yet. That's actually impressive. Ah, stun grenade printer, useless. Because like I was saying, late game, bosses. That's your only issue. Did that really just happen? Did that really just happen to me? Okay. Yikes. That's all I gotta say is yikes. Fun fact. I killed myself. Yeah? No. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can find them. See those enemies out in the distance? Where are they? I just saw one. This is wasting time, but I don't care. Where is it? Oh, see that? Bam. It doesn't do anything, but you can kill him. It's an interesting interaction. Yeah. So, it's a known fact that a lot of characters, or most of the characters, can scale up like this. I'm not sure Mult-T can, though, without, like, an extra jump or anything. So I'm going to try it out. I already went and got that chest. Yeah. Let's see, if I get onto car? Yeah, no, I can't get up there. Oh, wait. No? Okay, well, maybe I can scale up through here? Perhaps? Oh, let's see if I can get... I don't think I need my crit anymore. Their scanners are right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go up there. It's a waste of time. As in, I'm really just lazy. Okay, let's hope the pre-unlimited work. And just like that, they're gone. The pre-unlimited is just... Or accumulator is just so strong, dude. Wait. Okay, I picked the item up. I was so confused. I was like, wait, did they just get me out of an item? like, alright, I see you, game. There's a point in the late game where the game just stops spawning bosses when you activate the teleporter, which in turn means you don't get any items. Or any of, like, the boss items, I guess you could say. It's rough. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because, like, at that point you're already, like, the strongest you can be in the game. Because that's like stage 37 or something, and I haven't, like, I only went that far once, and that was on an engineer run where I ran into a bustling fungus printer. But yeah, once you get to that point, the game just decides, yeah, you're too strong for anything that we got to offer, so just we're not going to spawn enemies at all because you're just that strong. And the developers acknowledge this, and they're going to add in a change to it soon because they're still creating new enemies and new late game bosses or whatever, because I mean, it's an early access game, so there's going to be early access issues. But they acknowledged it, and that's after like 2.5 hours of gameplay. So like, even if the enemy stops spawning, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm okay with that, because then I can just start over on a different character and hopefully get a different run. And again, that's 2.5 hours on a roguelike. Like, how often do you play a game that has replayability like this, where each run lasts 2.5 hours? I can't name any. Like, and this is all the while you're stomping every stage, so it's not like you're taking forever because you're really, like, weak. No, you're strong, and you feel strong. You are strong, and it's still 2.5 hours of engaging gameplay. That's pretty nutty, if you ask me. Ah, sick. Okay, because I attack so fast, Leeching Seed is so good on me. So good. Okay. Oh, you already know what we're going for. Go hooves. Go hooves. Go hooves all the way. Go hooves all the way. It's one of my favorite items. I wouldn't say it's underrated by any means, because movement speed in this game is, like, so important, and players acknowledge that, so I ain't gonna fret over it. But you know what is underrated? Fireworks. Fireworks, man. I love this item. It's so useful. It's so useful. Because one, see, look at that Greater Whisk. I've never even attacked that thing yet, and it's already almost dead. Like, it is dead. I haven't attacked that directly yet. You know what did? The fireworks. They're so good. They're so good. It's free damage for looting. You get rewarded even more for looting. What's wrong with that? Look at the speed. Yes. Although I would like more energies too. Don't tell me. Nah, my legendaries are too good to give up, man. The goal is to not die, and I don't want this run to be too long, because I'm not trying to bore you guys to death with a 3-hour run or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Oh, definitely. Okay, well, there's not many options, so let's get that. Nice. Nice. This game loves me. This game loves me, and I love it. Okay, okay. So, we have a lot of healing right now. Critical strikes heal, and damage heals. Leech Seed and Harvester Sight. And we have an item that gives me 100% crit. 2 charges of it, so that's 16 seconds of 100% crit. And we have an item that just gives me overall damage for, or overall healing for the damage dealt. That's a good combo. That is a good combo. Okay, I don't think there's any more chest on here? Or like, just, okay. So, what I just did there was a life or death mistake. These oil things, maybe not right now, but later in the game, they one-shot. I'm not kidding. They one-shot. I learned that the hard way. So, I think, who was it on? It was on the Mercenary, actually, I found out. This, fact of life. Ooh, okay. Essentially, if you happen to accidentally, you know, use your little dash into one of those, it explodes. It explodes. And it does damage. It does damage. I learned that day that fuck those things, actually. That's so much damage. And it just ends your run. It's not even an enemy. It's not even trying to hurt you. It's just there. It's just there living its best life. And it's, you know, your fault for hitting the thing. But, god damn, does it feel bad when you do. Okay, so we're just waiting for it to charge now. We're loaded, actually. Oh, I just noticed that we have the attack launcher thing. I don't know the exact name. Let me hit that bad boy up. Attack missile. Oh wait, ATG. Oh, ATG missile MK1. That's very excessive. Okay. Oh, did y'all hear that? Oh, that sound. Music to the ears. Music to the ears. Okay, let's get it. I think... So, the Celestial Portal always spawns, I believe, on this map. After your first loop. It obviously doesn't spawn the first time around. So, I think the next time around we get here... No. I'll end it now. I'll end it now. Just keep them short and simple, you know what I mean? It's a fun run, I won't lie, but... A man's got stuff to do. A man's got stuff to do. Ooh. Ooh. You wanna... Let's see. Hey, do they stack? I think they do. You wanna see how fast we can attack? By putting all of our stuff into this? I kinda wanna do. Okay. Yeah, it's a good way to end the run, don't you think? Get as many of those as we can and just see what happens. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm down. I'm game. See that in the chat, Celestial Orb appears? Yep, that happens every time. Oh, is that a rusty loot box I see? We can attack so fast. Actually, I don't know if they stack, but I already committed to it, so... It looks like they stack. I hopefully can keep my attack missile, but we'll see. Jeez. Oh my gosh. This is insane. This is insane. Look how fast. Cook this. Okay, that's not that fast. I'll play it myself, let's be honest. Wait a second. Okay. So obviously I'm acknowledging that it says stacks 3 times. Does that mean like 3 times of this item, or like each instance gives it 3 stacks? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Maybe we can keep this. Nah, we won't keep this run going. Okay, that's all of it? Nope, one more. We'll stop at 20. It's fine. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Really? 2 crit goggles and 2 chests back to back? Oh. Honestly, the item's really good. People sleep, well, they did sleep on it at first, but it's so good. Because, let's talk about this scenario for a second. If you're, oh, I actually finally got a backup clip after rejecting that first one. It's hilarious. So let's take this scenario into hand. No crowbar. Say a Stone Titan's laser locks onto you. Once it procs your stealth kit thing, I forget the exact name of it. I would refer back to it if I had it. Is that more attack speed? Or sticky bomb? Or you have enough attack speed? Say it procs it. You it basically removes. Nice. Okay, yeah, this is nutty. It removes you from the game, essentially. Think of like Master Yi's from League of Legends Alpha Strike. You can't get targeted, or at least it doesn't oh my gosh. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Oh god, am I gonna die here? That'd be so funny though. Oh my gosh. What is this run? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die. But I don't care. That's sick. Oh, that was sick. I attacked so fast. Oh my god. As I was saying, that invisible item or whatever, it causes the Stone Titans and any other monster that's targeting you to just focus on something else or just lose focus completely. It's really good. It's really good for getting out of a sticky situation. That's for sure. That's for sure. And people sleep on it. And I believe the more you have, the like more chances it will proc, and like the longer it'll last. I'll have to research that one. I don't want to spread too much information on items and make you think they're better than they really are. But it's really good. Also, it's just nutty. I really want to keep this going. But 43-minute run. Nah. It's a good run, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Alright, come on. I gotta make sure not to like activate the portal, because I do this a lot where I just fucking say I activate the Newt Shrine so I can get the blue portal and go to the shop or whatever. My muscle memory kicks in often, and it's like I just go straight into the teleporter and activate it, and so I just essentially waste a lunar coin, and I don't go into the blue portal. So it's like I need to be wary about that. I'm just really impatient. I'm really impatient. Ah, ah. It's like a trip down memory lane. My first God tier run. And now, I must say goodbye to this run. I don't know why you have to parkour your way, but... Yeah, thanks! That's embarrassing. Oh, no! That's embarrassing. Ugh. The one thing I'm thankful for is the fact that you cannot... Y'all, I'm trying to end this run. I really am. I really am. I swear. I swear. I'm just not used to not having hoppo feathers, man. Dude! Let me end the run! I get it. I'm bad. Okay, let's see if I can hardcore parkour this, okay? This is a bad idea, but... No! Guys, I really want to end the run. I do. Come on! Having no hoppo feathers and plain Mult-T of all characters. We're just gonna take it slow. The goat hooves aren't helping, but I promise I want to end this. What? Oh. I do. I do. I think. What the? No way. No way. No way. No way. I refuse. No. Dude, come on. Please. Spare me, man. I have too much speed and too little jumps. Please. Man, I'm just trying to end this run. Don't punish me like this. I get I'm bad. Okay. I'm sorry you guys have to watch me struggle the way I am. I'm sorry. I'm trying to end this. Alright. Alright, guys. This was a good run. This is a good first run. I like it. I like it. Whew. No, we good. We good, boys. We good. We good. Alright. Oh, let's look at the damage charts. So we killed 930. We don't. 666, huh? It's satisfying to see, but yikes. Anyways. That was a really good run. That was a really good run. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully, I can actually stay dedicated to this series, because I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content I gave. I don't know, in the near future, I'm probably going to be thinking of some challenges to do, like no looting until after you charge the teleporter. So, like, that obviously means there's going to be a limited amount of gold you can get, because as hopefully we all know, and if you don't know, well, now you will know, mobs stop spawning once you charge the teleporter fully. So, challenges like that, or like maybe buying as many shards of glass as you find, or as you can find, or like not, yeah, something like that. Something like that. Alright, guys, stay cool, stay cool. I'll see y'all gamers later. Peace.